Big government or free market? Which works best? Let's look at the data, then you make the call. The White House is desperately trying to make the case for President Obama's record on creating private sector jobs. They're using this chart on the White House website to make the case. On the chart, the White House notes that the economy has added private sector jobs for 25 straight months, a total of more than 4.1 million payroll jobs. Let's put this into a little historical perspective. Private sector employment peaked in January 2008, shortly after the recession began, at a level of 115.6 million. Over the next 25 months, private sector payrolls declined by almost 9 million to a low point of 106.8 million in February 2010. This is where the White House starts keeping score. As the White House notes, since February 2010, private sector payrolls have grown to 110.8 million. That's the Obama recovery according to the White House. A gain of 4.1 million private sector jobs, or 3.8%, from the low point in February 2010. Using the White House's own metrics, how do the results of President Obama's vision of big government control over the economy stack up against Ronald Reagan's free market philosophy? The Obama recovery, private sector jobs up 3.8%, 4.1 million. The Reagan recovery, up 10% over the comparable period, 7.2 million private sector jobs. Let's look at where we might be if this recovery had tracked the Reagan recovery. We'd be up 10% from the low point for private sector jobs instead of 3.8%. We'd have created more than 10 million jobs, not 4 million. We'd have 117.4 million private sector jobs today. That would be the most in the nation's history. So what's the Obama recovery private sector jobs gap compared to the Reagan recovery? It's 6.6 million. What does 6.6 million mean for hardworking Americans? Instead of being down here under the Obama recovery, we'd be up here. That means we'd have the 4.8 million private sector jobs. We're still down from the January 2008 peak back, plus another 1.8 million. We'd have jobs for over half the people counted as unemployed by the government. So, after seeing the data, what do you think works best? Barack Obama's program of big government or Ronald Reagan's program of liberty and free market? We think the answer is pretty clear. It's free markets.